PvP inside of Diablo Immortal. We've touched on this before, but a lot of questions have come my way as to what I think should be inside of the game and what I think is coming. So let's talk about PvP in Diablo Immortal right now. What is up, my friends? My name is Echo and welcome back to the channel, where today we're diving deeper inside of Diablo Immortal. Like I said, touching on a topic that is not brand new, one that we've talked about before, but one that I may have also changed my mind on a little bit, made some modifications to my thoughts. Notice we're playing the wizard class right now, and we did just get a legendary drop of a staff, of a primary weapon. You guys are always asking about how often you see legendaries dropping. Well, there you go. You got one right in front of you right there. The footage that we're looking at right now is my recording of my wizard gameplay during the technical alpha that took place over in December, when I frequented this game every single day. But we're not here to talk about gear or about the alpha. We're here to talk about PvP, player versus player gameplay inside of Diablo Immortal. Now, we've talked about all of the different modes that I wanted to see. A battle royale, a team deathmatch, some type of a matchmaking system that matches you up with like opponents. But none of those have been confirmed yet. But something that has been confirmed lightly is some type of a guild wars matchup. We're talking about 150 people in a guild versus 150 people in another guild, or something like that. Some type of a pairing against another team. I love this. This is going to be able to bring together your guild, make you play with your guild mates, and it's not just going to be a solo game where you're in there slaying demons all by yourself, maybe hook up with a friend and that's it. No, you're part of a bigger community, a bigger environment of people, and that's what Blizzard's mentioned that they want before. They mentioned that they want everyone in here to be part of this family, to make it a social event, and that's why they're not bringing hardcore to the game, because they don't want you to lose your character to then just be gone and extinct from your family. So really nice that they're doing it this way. I'm happy to see that. But let's talk about the guild wars mechanic inside of the game. Now, of course, when we hear guild wars, we think about 150 people on this side, 150 people on this side, battling out until the last people are standing, until the other team is completely demolished. But there's a lot of different ways that this could be done. You know, it doesn't have to be whoever can exterminate the other team. Whatever team could last until the end, although that could be one of the game modes. You know, it could be guild wars, but you're participating in different types of events, kind of like field day when you were a kid and you did the tug of war and the potato sack race. All different types of events. I'm not sure how they're going to be bringing it, but guild wars where it's, you know, basically until everyone dies off and you have that last man standing, that's one. But you could also be fighting over territory. You could have, you each start at the bottom of a hill, and whoever can dominate the top of the hill for the most amount of time could be the victor, could be the winner. So let's say there's a station up top on top of the hill. You all have to storm that hill, and whoever can hold that down for, let's say, 5 minutes would then be able to be the winning team, because they were able to control it for that amount of time. So it could be some type of a control event. You could have, with guild wars, different types of defeat the most enemy bosses and you would be victorious as well, or deal the most damage against enemy bosses or demons inside of the game. So if we're talking about that kind of mechanic, it would be a player versus environment versus player, because you could kill the environment, which are the demons, the beasts inside of the game, but you could also hurt your other opponent, your team, your other team. So PvEVP is something very interesting inside that we could do in Diablo Immortal as well, because as we know the game, it's not really about killing other players. It's about killing the environmental players that are built inside of the game. So I would love to see a fusion of both of these. So let's take guild wars as a whole. This team, Team A versus Team B. Team Red versus Team Blue. Good team, my team, versus bad team, your team. This is how it would go. I would love to see different game modes within. So not just you go on in and you fight until someone is dead, but different events inside of it. So you have your just drop in and your complete skirmish war where you all go at it. You have some type of a strategic event where you need to hold down a position, lock down something, and then a PvE element as well. So that would give us 3 different game modes inside of Guild Wars. And this could be done in a few different ways. One way, we could have it where when you sign up for Guild Wars, you are automatically participating in these 3 different events. It could be a 3-day event. It could be a continuous event, one event after the other, or you could just have it where you sign up for one of the particular events. So one being maybe the capture event where you have to hold down a position, or maybe it would be the PvEVP event where you have to fight against monsters and then you have to fight against your opponents as well. Lots of different ways this can be done. So I like the idea of being able to choose one of the events rather than being thrown into all 3. And this way is going to offer you the ability to be part of the leaderboards for each of these events. You could have 3 different leaderboards versus having one leaderboard that's for all of the PvP element of the game. So we could have the #1 guild and the ones under that could be on a leaderboard for the straight up PvP skirmish, just going out and battling. You could have the #1 and those below on the control one where you have to hold down a position. Mind you, these game modes that I'm talking about right now, I'm just kind of thinking of them in my mind that I think would be cool inside of the game. None of these game modes have actually been confirmed besides there being some type of a Guild War mechanic inside of the game. So I just want to make that clear. And then you could have another leaderboard for the PvEVP part of the game where you're going to be going against monsters and then against your opponent. That'll offer 3 different leaderboards, 3 different opportunities for guilds and for players to be shown in the spotlight, put up on the leaderboard, to be able to show off their gear, their skins. And this is also going to make Blizzard want to make more skins and for players to purchase more skins, because if you're good, if you're on the top, you're going to want to show it off. You're going to be like, look, we got this nice gear. You can see it now because I'm on the top of a leaderboard. I would love to see leaderboards in another place besides just challenge rifts. Elder rifts are the ones where you're going to be going against bosses to get gear and loot. And the challenge rifts, remember, you're running for time and you're running for the top of the leaderboards. And whoever's on top of those leaderboards at the end of each week for each class, you're then going to be getting rewards. So you get rewarded for how you place in the challenge rifts, where you get rewarded for participating in the elder rifts. Very different, but I don't know. I like the idea of PvP. I can't wait to see what comes with Guild Wars. And you know, with another version of technical alpha coming soon, by the way, another legendary piece dropped in this video. We're literally 8 minutes into the video and we had a second legendary piece being dropped right there. Now it's your turn. Guys, give me your ideas for Guild War events. You know the 3 that I've talked about within this video. I've brought it up multiple times, but what other game modes do you think could be valuable? I'm thinking of mixing up, you know, shooter type game modes, these kingdom builder type game modes where you're capturing positions and owning those positions, gaining points for being in them. There's a lot that can be done with Diablo Immortal PvP. It's really endless. Plus, on top of that, they can create their own game modes that are custom to the action RPG genre, stuff that's never been seen before, stuff that could literally be game changing in the gaming industry. Mix something brand new with something that's been used before that people are used to, you have a recipe for success. Like I said, I can't wait for PvP. Make sure you guys come through my Discord server, which is the pinned comment down below. Talk to me about your ideas, because remember, everyone that's in the family is going to be invited to my guild when we do have the game, which is going to be 150 people that are going to be welcome to join me. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you sound off down below and be good.